Hi everyone, so for today's video I really just wanted to sit down and play with makeup, so that's what we are doing. Today I really felt inspired by the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette, so I'm mainly going to be using this today on my eyes. So if you want to see how to achieve this look, you can just keep on watching. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I put up new videos 3 times a week, so subscribe so that you don't miss any of my content. And that's it, so let's get started with the makeup. Alright, so let's get started. So today I really have no clue what I'm going to be doing today. I think I really want to play with some colors, so a few palettes that I really wanted to try out a little bit more is the ABH Norvina Collection Pro Pigment Volume 3 palette. And I really love the shades that are in here. I use this palette for a couple of different looks, but I really want to play with this a little bit more. Maybe use a little bit of the shimmers. And I also feel like using the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. I've used this palette in the last 2 videos, but there's just so many shades in this and I really want to play with more of these shades. Maybe today I want to go more into the purple shades. We'll just have to see where the look is going to take us. So we are going to get started. I'm going to start with my eyes because I have no clue what I'm going to be doing, so I don't really want any fallout, especially if I'm going to be using bright colors. So I'm just going to use my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. Like I said in my last video, I have extremely sensitive eyes right now, so I really don't want to use anything that's too intense. For example, the Urban Decay Primer Potion is a little bit too drying for my lids at the moment, so I'm just going to be priming with my concealer. So I'm just blending this with my fingers. Maybe I think I want to do something very elongated, like kind of a cat eye look. Maybe I'm going to do kind of a fox eye with some colors. I really feel like using blues and purples today. So I'm going to go into my Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette and I'm going to go into the shade called Therapy Sesh, and I'm going to take that with my JH33 brush, which is a compact blending brush. So I'm going to start and pack this in my crease. And I don't think that I'm going to do false lashes today because I think I am getting an allergic reaction to my lash glue. So I'm waiting to find a good lash glue that's good for sensitive eyes, because the last few days when I've used my lash glue, it just made my eyes look extremely swollen and irritated. So no lashes for me today. So I'm just going to blend this in my crease. I'm also going to take it quite far on my outer corners. This shade, by the way, is amazing. I'm really impressed. Purples, I don't really know why, but all of the beauty gurus are saying it. They're really hard to formulate, and I do agree with the fact that purples are often more patchy than other kind of shades. So I'm really impressed by this one right now because it is blending really nicely. Wow, this is pretty. Ooh. And I'm not going to mind too much about my lower lashes because I'm going to clean that up after. I always do, just so that I don't really have to worry about my under eye area and I can blend however I want. I'm just going to take a JH32 brush and I'm just going to use that to blend some of these edges a little bit more, make everything look airbrushed and seamless. Okay, so I'm probably going to stay in some purples today. I'm probably going to dip into some of the shimmer shades in this palette afterwards. Maybe I want to do kind of a cut crease thing, or maybe a halo eye. It's been a while since I've done a halo eye. I wonder if putting like this really pretty soft blue would look good in my inner corners. So next, I think I'm going to use the shade Positivity. And I'm going to take that with a JH40 brush, which is a smaller blending brush, and I'm going to be blending this in my inner corners, kind of doing a gradient effect from coral to purple. Ooh, this is pretty. All right, good decisions. I'm going to use from the Lavish brand the eye shading brush, which is a little bit more of a tight blending brush, and I'm going to go into the shade called, I want to keep this very light, and I'm going to go into the shade called Not My Journey, which is a deeper purple shade. And with that shade, I'm going to start and pack this close to my lash line. I'm kind of going to do a cat eye look with this, just to add some more definition. All right, and I'm just going to take a angled brush. I'm going to take the same shade, and I'm just going to put this even closer to my lash line, going into my inner corners. All right, looking good. So as you can see, again, I have a lot of fallout. I'm going to clean that up right after, so don't worry. I really like this matte look right now, so I kind of feel like leaving everything like this because I really like the matte effect and like the colorful effect. So I'm just going to clean my under eye area. I'm just going to take a little bit of micellar water. Next, I'm going to start working on my complexion. And for my complexion, I don't really feel like using anything too fancy or too new. I'm going to use the Yves Rocher BB cream in the shade medium, and I'm going to mix it in using my Fenty Beauty Hydrating Foundation. And I'm just going to dab this all over my face. And like usual, I'm not going to take too much foundation in the center of my face, just because I know I'm going to be using concealer there, so I don't really want to have too much product in the center of my face. So I'm going to blend my foundation in using my Morphe M439 foundation. It's a really compact foundation brush. I really like to use this for my foundation when I want something a little bit more full coverage, because it's really going to pack the foundation on. And it's really fast to use because it's a really large brush. And now that everything is pretty even on the skin, I'm just going to do packing motion just to make everything seamless and remove any lines that the brush could have made. I'm sorry about the lighting right now. There's a lot of clouds passing by, so everything is starting to look a little bit more dark. Okay, I'm really stupid. I forgot to press play, but I really hope the lighting is looking good for you. I just opened a light on this side, so there's probably going to be weird shadows on my face. But anyways, this is supposed to be a really laid back video, so I'm still going to continue the makeup. So because I freaking forgot to press the button play, I'm going to explain to you what I did. So I finished blending in my contouring. So I blended all of my contouring in, and then I just went in to use the Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I applied it on the high points of my face, and I just blended everything in using my concealer brush. So that's all you missed. Next, I'm just going to try and set my skin just a little bit. I'm going to be using my Hourglass Ghost Edit palette, and I'm just going to mix these both shades together, and I'm using a highlight brush from e.l.f. and I'm just going to pack this under my eye just to set everything in place. I'm using these because I really want to keep that very nice shine that I have. And these powders are really beautiful because they have a really pretty satin finish to them. I'm just going to put this in the center of my face where I applied the concealer. All right, and next I'm going to be doing my blush. And for my blush, because I have that really pretty coral shade in the inner corners, I'm going to be using the cream blush from Fenty. This is in the shade Fuego Flus. And I'm just going to take some of that on my finger. And I'm just going to dab this shade on my cheeks. This is such a pretty shade. I love it so much. And for the blush, I'm kind of applying it into a like check mark shape. So I'm taking it on the side of the nose, I'm going downwards, and then I'm going back up so that we have kind of a V shape going on. But I'm avoiding the under eye area. So going up close to the nose, downwards, and then back up. And I'm also just going to take a little bit and dab this on the nose. All right, and next I'm just going to fill in my brows like usual. So I'm going to take my Yves Rocher brow pencil in the shade 03, and I'm just going to fill them in like usual. So I'm going to fill in the areas where I don't really have a lot of hairs, and then I'm going to go into my ABH brow gel in the shade dark brown. And I really want my brows to be extremely fluffy today, just because we have this really fresh complexion and very fun eyes. I feel like a really bushy, fluffy brow is going to look very nice with this. All right, and I'm going to put some highlight just to see where this look is going. Which highlight do I want to use today? I think I'm going to go... So I'm going to be using my Colourpop Supershock highlight in the shade You're a Catch. I can never freaking open this. How are you supposed to open this? God damn it. So I'm going to take that with my highlight brush, and I'm just going to dab some of that on the very high points of the cheeks. Ooh, this is so pretty. I love this look. The complexion is looking so freaking fresh. Like the blush with the contour and the highlight, I feel like together they work so well. All right, next, I don't know what I want to do with my lower lash line. I'm going to do kind of a reversed kind of thing. I'm so good at explaining things, great. So I'm going to do like a reversed placement. So I'm going to be taking the JH42 brush, and I'm going to start by going into the shade called Positivity, which is a very pretty coral we applied in our inner corners. And I'm going to put it on the outer corners, and then I'm going to put the purple in my inner so that we have kind of like a reversed thing going on. So I'm going to take that with my brush, and I'm going to smoke that out under my eye, and I'm also going to like blend this underneath the eyeliner we have going on. And the coral shade, I'm really putting this on my outer corners, and I'm stopping in the center. And then I'm just going to take the exact same brush, and I'm going to take the shade Therapy Sesh, and I'm just blending this in the inner corners, and I'm going to blend it into the coral shade. All right, so I really love this look so far. I think I'm going to do a very nice coral shade on the lips, but I'm just going to finish my eyes. So I'm going to use the JH39 brush, and I'm going to go into this shade right here from the ABH Norvina palette, and I'm going to put this in my inner corners. It's kind of a really pretty highlight shade with a little bit of like pink and red in it. I think it's going to go well with this look. And I'm also going to put some on my brow bone. All right, so next I'm just going to do some mascara. I'm going to be using, like usual, my Essence Volume Stylist mascara. Mascara is on. I'm going to go into my lips. I'm probably going to do fake freckles with this look because I feel like it's super summer friendly. It's really fresh, so freckles are a must for this look. And for my lips, I think I'm going to do a little mix. So I'm going to be using my L'Oreal Rich lipstick in the shade 800, which is a really pretty nude shade. And in the center of my lips, I'm going to apply some Finger Cotton Tint from the Face Shop, and I'm going to put this in the center. It's in the shade 4, so it's a really pretty coral shade. I'm also going to do some gloss. I'm using the NYX Lingerie Gloss in the shade Clear. And of course, I'm going to do some fake freckles. So I'm going to use my brow pencil, and I'm just going to dot this all over my face. All right, so I think we're good on the fake freckles, and I'm just going to do some setting spray. I'm going to use my Rose Glow Mist from Pixie. I really like this mist because it gives a really nice shine to the skin. So I'm just going to do a healthy amount of this. And I think we have the finished look. I'm thinking of just adding a little bit of white liner in my waterline just to open up my eyes a little bit more. And that's pretty much it. So this is the finished look. I think I'm going to leave everything looking like this. I really love how simple the eyes are. And I also really love how the complexion is super glowy, very summer friendly. But yeah, I really like doing these kind of videos where I just sit down and play with the makeup I have in front of me. I really like to take a product and feel inspired by it. And today I was really inspired by the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. I've been doing a lot of videos on this palette lately, so I think I'm going to tone it down a little bit. But anyways, so that's pretty much it for today's video, short and sweet. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like. You can also subscribe. I put up new videos 3 times a week, so subscribe so that you don't miss any of my content. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.